Hello, welcome back to Crypto Mischief, and today I thought I would update a video I made a while ago where I did say the top 5, count them 5, places to go on the Phantom network where you can get some great yield farming. I think it was top 5 Phantom yield farms that I talked about. I'm going to expand that list today because we have expanded the Phantom network, to be honest. It's blown up. As I predicted it would be since May. It's also, it's been continuing to blow up. Today's Phantom price is up 16%. It's $3.34 now. When we start talking about that's a 10x basically since we chatted about it. Let's have a look quickly at the charts. Let's have a look at our success. While everyone's been fiddling around getting rugged on Binance and waiting around for transactions to go through on Matic, then we've just been making huge gains over here on Phantom. We broke the all-time high again 4 hours ago, up 66% on 14 days, 160% on the 30-day. It's just been what a great time. The chart's not loading. I don't know why. We're not going to wait around. It's crypto. We need to move on. All you need to know is that it's gone very well. I would wait for a dip until you do get into Phantom because it's pumping extremely hard. Your dip was yesterday. I hope you took that opportunity to grab some. If you didn't, it's about time you did. Just wait for a good entry and you'll get a better price for it, to be honest. You don't need to FOMO into anything in crypto. Just be patient. Take your time. There's no rush. But today we are talking about the best 10 platforms where you can put your Phantom. Some of these I've talked about before. Some of them I've never, ever talked about before. And we're going to have a look at all of them quite quickly, actually. I'm going to try and spend about 2 minutes on each one, just so you can get a flavor or a taste for all these different yield farms. So we're going to start with the simplest and the most successful ones, my top 3, okay? And then after that point, they're going to be in any kind of random order that I come across them, okay? Top 3, number 1 would have to be Spirit Swap. This is Spirit Swap. It is so reliable. Its farming is honestly just a walk in the park. I have 2 wallets running on Spirit Swap, so here we would collect our Spirit here, $7 of Spirit. Thank you very much. What am I doing? I'm in here with simply ETH and Phantom. I've actually been totally destroyed in this liquidity pair. I'm going to hold it until eventually Ethereum wakes up and starts pumping like crazy. Then hopefully the impermanent loss that my Phantom has been pumping insane. I now have a lot more Ethereum in this pair than I did have Phantom. So hopefully it's going to balance out and do that. So that's this one working away here, doing quite well. On this side of the wallet, that's all I do. I just have this one pair and I sell it back into Phantom. That's it. You can do a bunch of other farms though on Spirit Swap, all with competitive APRs. Yeah, 62s to 40s, not crazy, nothing insane, but you have every pair that your heart could ever desire on Spirit Swap. Especially on my second wallet, this is where I have a lot more capital. This one I'm in Spirit and Phantom. This pool has done a lot better than my ETH Phantom pair because Spirit and Phantom have been going up in unison very well together. Spirit is now $50 and it's sticking around that price. It's very impressive. So this pair has done me very well. It's 10x'd in the past 30 days or something, the amount that I've had in this pair. And the other pair I do have is with Zoo token. This one here. It is $3.6 thousand of Zoo. When I did put this in initially 3 months ago, it was about $300 of Zoo token. That is what's been happening with Phantom while you've been getting rugged on Binance. This is what's been happening, and it's just churning me out. My increasingly more valuable Zoo token and Phantom liquidity pair is now just creating more money. It's just printing. And on this wallet, I take my harvested, this is a couple days here, $60, 128 Spirit token. I harvest that. From seeing the price performance here of Spirit that I've mentioned, it would be insanity to actually be selling the majority of Spirit because I think it's got a lot further to go. There's a lot more utility in this site too. We do have In Spirit where I park my Spirit in Spirit. Let's have a look at In Spirit. So yeah, there's 75 Spirit there, so I will take that Spirit, 75 of them, and just increase my locked amount of Spirit there. It's going to be unlocked at the same time, but I'm just increasing how much I want to be locking up. And the Spirit here, that 18 Spirit, I'll claim that later when it's a little bit more, and I'll sell that into Phantom. My second choice for my second favorite DApp on Phantom has to be Spooky Swap. Spooky Swap and Spirit Swap basically rule the roost around here, and both of them are just as good as each other. They both have different quirks which make them special as well. SpookySwap recently is branching out more into NFTs, and it has a nice staking edition which is different to the InSpirit, called XBoo. XBoo is similar to Trader Joe and how they do their XJoe, or SushiSwap how they do XSushi, or DeFi Kingdoms how they do XJewel, where you can put Boo into this smart contract and get more Boo out at a later point. That's the way it works. Stake Boo here and receive XBoo as a receipt, representing your share of the pool. The pool automatically compounds by using a portion of all trade fees. So you're getting more XBoo for doing this. Then by holding XBoo, you can also stake it and then earn all these tokens on top of holding your Boo. Own Boo, hold Boo, earn other tokens. You can then get into an IFO by staking your XBoo to then get tokens which are launched on SpookySwap in the future too. So all this culminating together has really launched the price of Boo to $32 now. We were buying it at $4, it's doing very well too. We were buying Spirit at like $0.03 or something crazy like that, and it's now 50 cents. So they're both fantastic, both doing well. You can also just simply yield farm on Spooky as you can on Spirit. Neither of these farms have any kind of deposit fee, so it's great for the first farm destination that you should ever go to getting into Phantom is either choose Spooky or Spirit and just get in there. Safe, comfortable, not going to rug. There's no going to, unless Bitcoin dumps, it's not dumping. Everything's going to go very well here. So that's why it's great. And look at all these pairs with, again, quite nice APRs. Here 492, very nice. Usually around 60 to 70, just like Spirit. So they're the top two. Top three, number three has to be, oh, it's Tomb Finance. Wow, what a recovery from Tomb. It was exploited about 2 months ago. It was bought over by a billionaire called Harry, who believes in Tomb like no one else's business. And he has single-handedly pumped this by just injecting it with his own funds. After that point, the confidence and trust was brought back to this platform, and the price of everything, the 2 tokens on Tomb Network, have gone absolutely mad. I've made an absolute small fortune. I could buy a Ferrari with the amount of money that I've almost made from Tomb. My God. And it's still, like, I'm still not going to sell it because I think I can make more. Here we have the... So Phantom, a Tomb should be pegged to the price of Phantom. Phantom at the moment is $3.34, but Tomb is doing so well recently, which I do see a massive correction coming up for Tomb in the near future. It's up to $4.11, way above peg, because of what's going on with the conference that the billionaire owner of Tomb is having in Abu Dhabi. That's right, he's having his own Phantom conference where he's talking about Phantom and everyone's just buying this stuff because it's, you know, it's what he's preaching about. So it's doing really well, and the T-Share token, which is not pegged to the price of Phantom, it is of its own, you know, tokenomics of its own speculation on this token has gone up to $6,300, up 44% today. If we look at the 30-day on this, it's just astronomical. We were down at $500 just about 2 weeks ago. So it's gone from $500 in 2 weeks all the way up to $6,500. I wouldn't buy this right now. That is well overextended. I would wait for it to come back down to 4,000 before even considering purchasing T-Share. But don't worry, you can farm for it, and that's what I do. I've only bought a small amount of T-Share in my entire life, actually. I've just farmed it, and that's the beauty of Tomb Finance. What you want to do is you want to buy some Tomb, preferably when it's on peg with Phantom. Right now it's above peg, which is a little bit dangerous because it should be on peg. Should go back down to the price of Phantom and be 1 Phantom per Tomb. Then what you want to do is pair it with Phantom by only going to SpookySwap, go to liquidity, pair it up. Well, should we do a little bit? Okay, let's do it. So I am actually farming for Tomb token and for T-Share. I'm farming for Tomb token here in the Masonry. Every day I collect from here about, now it's $80 because the price of Tomb has gone insane. So I'll collect that $80. I've got about 1 T-Share in here. It's not showing right now, but it is there. That's what's making me my Tomb. So I've got $80 of Tomb. Oh, there's my T-Share there, $5,000. Very nice. And I would then want to get to SpookySwap, and I'm going to pair that. So take the Tomb here, so 32 Tomb, and I need enough Phantom. Do I have enough? No, let me just go collect some from a Ponzi. Yeah, this is my favorite Ponzi on Phantom. This is Phantom Farmer. It is, once you put your funds into this, you cannot get them out. They're locked permanently, by the way. But it is a great little worker, and it's churning me out about 100 Phantom a day. I've deposited 2,140 Phantom into this so far. Yeah, that's right. It's like 6K. But I've almost, I already returned on my investment twice on this, and it's been running for 3 weeks, and I'm in love with it. It's great. 29,000 Phantom in here. 4 days ago was only 20,000 Phantom, so it's actually mooning. The contract balance is mooning. So I've grabbed that Phantom. See if that's gone through. I'll just wait for that to get back into Spooky Swap, and then I'll pair up this liquidity pool, and I'll show you what I do on. Okay, so now I have enough, because now I have 106 Phantom. Great. So I'll pair all of that together in Spooky Swap. It's a little bit dangerous pairing right now, as I said, because Tomb should be coming down to back to the price of Phantom. But at the moment, you know, it's a tutorial. So maybe I'm 20% above peg, but hey ho. I would generally just pair when it's on peg though. So then we go to the cemetery, the whole idea being that because Tomb is supposed to be on peg with Phantom, you're actually pairing up two assets that will rarely have impermanent loss. And I'm throwing that in here, where I would put this in here. So I have on this wallet I have 7,000 of Tomb and Phantom in liquidity. I'll add that to that other 24 I just made into this. And that also would, and by staking in here, you're getting a very nice 332% APR on printing or minting T-share. So here I have another $100 of T-share. That's my daily T-share. That didn't work for some reason. So at this price of 6,000 per T-share, I'm getting $100 a day from this side and another $80 a day from the other side. There's $180 a day at the moment from Tomb Finance. That's why at the moment it is the best yield farm. But the utility and longevity of Spirit Swap and Spooky Swap, and the safety of them, should not be overlooked, okay? If you're a newbie into this, I would not recommend at all getting into Tomb until you understand how to use Spooky and Spirit. Then have a look at Tomb, because it's a lot of fun and crazy gains, crazy gains. So then I have that T-share, so I could compound it, add it in here, yep, throw it in there, and get more Tomb daily. Or, as I'm going to do today, because I go on and off with this wallet, I sometimes sell, I sometimes tap it out, and that's what I'm going to do today. So T-share, very high price. It might go higher, you know, some people are saying it's going to get all the way up to YFI's price, you know, and start getting up to near Bitcoin's price. Something crazy like that, that'd be absolutely wild. But today I'll be selling that tiny bit of T-share, which is worth hundreds of dollars now. Yeah, $155, crazy. So I'll sell that into Phantom. Basically, yeah, I'm just rotating around money, haven't I? Essentially. Also, I'm doing this to show you now what I do with the Phantom. So I've claimed that Phantom now. Right, next, I now will have about 100 Phantom, which is about $300, and where to put it, what to do with it. There's lots of different places to put your Phantom just to store it for, you don't want to just, you don't want loose crypto not doing anything. And I'm really bullish on the price of Phantom. I want to get 10,000 Phantom. I'm so close. Actually, if I pulled all my liquidity, I would have, but I want 100 Phantom tokens loose, yeah? Just in liquid form. Not in liquidity, but just loose, raining around. So I can throw them around the room and cover myself in Phantom and get all sexy with it. Sorry. But yeah, I put them into Geist. Geist is a fork of AVAX. And what you can do with Geist is you can put your funds in here. I've put Phantom in here. I've also put these other assets in here too, but you can't see them because I've actually put them somewhere else too. I'll explain. So I put Phantom in here. I also borrow Phantom out. So I've borrowed $2,000 of Phantom, and I've put in $12,600 worth of Phantom. Now I could choose, do I want to either deposit more? I usually think today I'll just deposit. So I'll take that 100 Phantom. We will throw them in here. Very nice. Just building my Phantom bag. Tomorrow I'll probably use my Phantom to repay my loan that I took out this morning to go back into my Ponzi Phantom Farmer. So I'll probably use that to repay the loan. But today I'm just going to build up my bag. The reason being I just like to look at how much Phantom I have and smile at how far we've come and how far we are still, we have to go, you know. So you head back to the dashboard, and other things I do on Geist, you can manage my Geist. I have locked my Geist up in here, and I pull out Geist token daily. The price of my Geist now is $746. It goes between $1,000 and $500 for the price of this stuff. It's locked for another while, like another 2 months or something, and I claim out tokens daily. The gas price on Geist is usually quite high actually. I hear we're 0.8 Phantom for this, but I'm going to get $47 worth of Geist, which I'm then going to sell back into Phantom and then throw back into Geist. Right? Sometimes I lock up even more, but usually I don't want to do that. I just want to get more Phantom. So this is another way in which I use the platform to feed in other tokens and supply me with more Phantom, which is always an appreciating asset until the bull runs over. Where hopefully I'll be able to tap out before that happens. Where I'll tell you when I am tapping out, but at the moment I'm 100% full bull at the moment. So yeah, I then go back to Spooky, Geist, 26 Geist, turn into Phantom. Last thing I can do on Geist is all these tokens are going into my lending, okay? And then I can pull them out if I want. I do have a lot more USDC in the lending part. I had a couple $1,000 in there. What I did was I took the GUSDC, because by putting into Geist they'll give you another token, which is proof that you're lending to them. In the past you could just look at that token and say, yeah, that's my proof that I'm lending, but now you can take that as a yield-bearing asset and put it into another protocol to make you even more cash. So that's what I did. I sent that GUSDC into Curve. So this is curve.fi Geist, and I've put the USDC into Curve. I'll show you how it works. If I go to my dashboard, you can put a bunch of other tokens into Curve. So I'm lending it into Curve for people to borrow out USDC on it, I'm assuming. So this is the Geist GUSD liquidity. So I have put in $2,851 dollars worth, and total monthly profit, I'm getting $59 per month just from doing that, just passively, just getting another $60 in the month, which is fantastic. If you went really hard on this, you could make a lot of passive income from it. At the moment, I'm chilling, just putting in $2,851 that I would just have inside of Geist anyway. The problem is though that I can't actually borrow off it now because it's not inside Geist. So that's, if you were planning on lending off it, then that's not going to happen. But it's just better yield for my USDC in two solid platforms. Geist, which is a hard fork of AVE, and Curve, which is well known by everybody. Let's go to something brand new. Brand new would be Coffin. This is Coffin Finance. Coffin is a hard fork of Iron Finance, which had a huge exploit and crashed to zero. I remember it's the one that Mark Cuban, the billionaire, got absolutely destroyed on. He lost millions of dollars in the exploit of Iron Finance. Well, Coffin Finance decided, you know what, it wasn't so bad, let's do it all over again. So they've decided to actually restart the old contract of Iron Finance, and they've done it on Phantom with Coffin. What I did here was I went into the Coffin and Phantom pair on SpookySwap. I bought some Coffin token, paired it with this, and I went in here with $500 because it's got 1000 APR, and I'm waiting to see what will happen to the price of Coffin. Let's have a look at the moment. This is pretty new farm, so it's very high risk. There's Coffin and there's Coffin Dollar. Coffin Dollar should always be at the price of $1. The reason I didn't go in to the Coffin Dollar is because really, if I'm going to buy any kind of dollars, I'm going to buy Tether, BUSD, or maybe MIM. Why would I buy Coffin Dollar? It's especially if it's going to exploit. So I'm not too confident in buying that one. I am pretty happy to buy Coffin though, because I think the price will increase as more people start using this platform to use the Coffin Dollar, because you get pretty high yield with Coffin Dollar, which is the reason people want to use it. So I'm just going to hang around with the Coffin, which is the reward token of the platform, and hope that it starts to raise up from $1, maybe to $5 would be pretty sweet. So what you can do in this is you can actually mint Coffin Dollar by pairing your Phantom and your Coffin together. You will mint. So for example, if I took 10 Phantom, which would be 3.5 Coffin dollars, I would mint $39. Then I would take that $39 and I could then farm with it, and then later I could redeem my Coffin dollar for Phantom. So say what would that be? If I took 10 Phantom, I would get 39 Coffin dollar, and then 39 Coffin dollar would come out and get me 11 Phantom. By minting, you're getting rewarded by holding the Coffin dollar. You can also just buy the Coffin dollar and then decide to put it into some farms. You could take Coffin dollar and USDC, put it in here for 401%, or then you can single stake it for 45%. Then you're just single staking what is essentially just a stable coin that shouldn't go up and down in value as long as it's not exploited, and getting paid back quite handsomely. I went high risk because I went for the reward token, but then I thought it was a lower risk because I don't want to hang around with a stable coin that might just dump to zero. Also, they will be bringing out NFTs, which you can mint full on-chain NFTs on Phantom for free. It's an experimental project for marketing and NFT itself. Only 8,000 NFTs. The NFT has a random message and logo in the background in colors. How to mint NFTs? Please read this article. Honestly, I haven't had too much time to read up on the docs, and I didn't get into Iron Finance. So that's why at the moment I am just going around with the Coffin token and speculating on the value of it. Today it's up 19.2%, but to be honest, what isn't on Phantom? But the price has done very well. It's had the dump. I bought it just about here during that dump here. That's when I got in because I saw a nice opportunity to buy, and now I'm waiting to see if it can actually be successful. The second farm that is brand new would be ScareCrow Finance. This one here. This is pretty much a fork of Goose Finance, but with a very low circulating supply of their token. The Scare token, which at the moment is $61. The interesting thing about this token is that, yeah, they only plan to have 80,000 of these tokens. So if the farm can get up to about 11 million total lot value, and the market cap of this can get up to about 11 million too, then you would be looking at about a $900 Scare token, which would be great. That would be a 18x from right now. For Scare, you can do pretty much the same as you can do in many kind of Goose forks. There's a deposit fee on most of your pools. Here, the Scare Phantom, Scare USDC doesn't have a deposit fee. The other ones have 2 to 2.4%. For example, I could go in here with Boo and Phantom and get 329.7%. I'm tempted to, but I won't at the moment because they don't really have much else going on. You can earn spell here by putting in the Scare token, and that's about it for now. So they have some other ideas, but at the moment I don't see it as much more than just a fork of a fork of a fork with nothing that much original. So I'm speculating on the price of this Scare token. By doing that, I bought some and I went into Grim with it. This was a call by Thomas G, Crypto Talk, because on Grim we have 448 million APY. Great, so 4% daily on that. So I went in with $150, so now it's $200 because of the compounding and the price going up of the token. So I'll be sitting this in here and watching to see if the value of Scare token does go up. If it does go up enough for me to be comfortable, I'm just going to sell out back into Phantom, making me some more Phantom. That's the whole reason. So why Scare is not that original is because if we do go over to another farm I've been in for a while, about 2 months, we have Morpheus farm here. All these farms are in the description, by the way. These are all on Phantom, yeah. So Morpheus works. You see at the bottom here we have this it looks exactly the same, doesn't it? That's because we're looking at a fork. Yeah, that's what it means. It's just copied. So the differences in Morpheus is that it's a 10 million market cap token, but the circulating supply is a lot more, $2 million. There's 60 million total lot value in Morpheus, whereas there's only 5 million locked in ScareCrow. But Morpheus is much older. I have been farming for a while on Morpheus. Here's $12 that I've accumulated. I won't be selling that yet. I'll sell a little bit when it's a bit higher. I'm in a couple pools here. I'm in the Rat Phantom pool, 35% on my Phantom. I have $2,000 in this. It used to be $500. It's gone up, hasn't it just? I did this the same way. I borrowed 600 Phantom from another lending platform called Scream. The same idea as Geist, yeah? It's another lending platform. I borrowed from here and then I put it into Morpheus. I paid back my loan from selling the reward token, and now I'm sitting here with $2,000 which I paid for from the farm. if the farm is successful, this is what you can do. That's also what I plan to do with this extra Phantom that I do have in my Ponzi here. I'll be paying that back I'll be paying this back into Geist, because I borrowed it from Geist. So Morpheus, I do have the Rat Phantom here, and then I also have a farm with Boo and Phantom. So this one at the moment I'm getting 193, but I've been in this for ages and it's done really well for me. So I'm tempted not to move out of here, because I do like want to show loyalty to a farm that I've been farming for 2 months and it's just continually to do really well. The price of Morph, even though I sell most of it, has stuck around $5 because people are using it. They have Neo pools, same idea, earn spell 220%, or ScareCrow, earn spell 450. It's newer, it will be higher. It will come down eventually as more people go in. So these all hang around, earn stablecoin, earn Phantom, earn ice, and on Morph you also have very fair APRs on their token. They're not crazy high, which kind of protects the minting of the Morph token, balances it out, and as the more people are buying it and using the token, the use cases of the token keep improving. That means that the token doesn't dump so much. So I'm pretty happy about this farm. It's done very well. Something else, this is a play to earn game, which is not yet play to earn. It's called Rarity. I play around on this one quite a lot. I've put them into daycare actually. I have all these characters. You can pay daycare on this Rarity adventure game, where people will actually just look after your characters for you and level them up, because I'm lazy. So they level up and they go to the dungeons and stuff. I can send some to a dungeon if I want. Send summoners to the dungeon, okay? So they go dungeoning around and then they'll come back with some material, which eventually I will use in the game when the game is maybe launched at some point. At the moment I don't know what's going on with the game, I just keep leveling up these guys. Maybe one time in the future they'll be, you know, they'll be worth something. It's made by Andre Cronje, who is the man behind YFI. So I have all these characters. There's a market, I guess, where you can buy stuff these days. Look at that. You can buy different characters. They're selling for quite a lot. A level 3 is now worth 80 Phantom. So if I wanted to, I could try and sell my guy now for $240. And I have a bunch of these guys that I minted when this all started, just by getting in early, finding these projects. So I'm not really sure what this Rarity game is, but I've got a lot of them. So maybe one day I'll sell them all. The last one we're going to look at today is Tarot. Let me pop over to my other wallet for this one. Okay, Tarot is lending, but leveraged yield farming. So I will be able to take my pair and pump my pair. So with 4,000 of Phantom and ETH, which again I've had horrible and permanent loss on this. I've got way more ETH than Phantom now. Oh no, boo-hoo. I've got 4k and I'm farming with 7.4k because I've leveraged it. Yeah, quite risky. You could liquidate yourself if you do this wrong. And then I'm farming, so there I do have 16 Tarot that I can claim. The price of Tarot goes between $1 and $2. It also does have a lending platform inside of it. Here I could also go into my pool here, and I could lend and I could borrow. So say I've put my pool, so I could borrow more, or I could repay this and actually own this entire pair if I wanted to. So I'm leveraging it, but then I could just repay and eventually own that certain amount of Phantom at the moment. But then if I did want to, I could just deleverage myself, pull it all back to what I want, to what I feel like it should be, okay? Putting that all the way over there, getting back to nothing. And thank you for that. Thanks for borrowing all that yield there to get some more tokens. So nice sweet project. It's not taken off as much as I would have liked to have taken off, but there is $242 million locked in this, so that's pretty good. Okay, so that is today's video on everything that I'm kind of really excited about right now on Phantom. Hope you enjoyed this. All the links for all these places are in the description, and I do have, just for sticking around to the end of the video, I've been in touch with a very well-known developer on the Phantom network, and he is launching a new Dapp. This team are launching a new Dapp at the end of this week, possibly maybe the beginning of next week, and I'm going to get the information on it before anyone else that I know knows about it, and I'm going to make a video about how to get the best position in this. I think it's going to be a yield farm that is going to surely blow everyone away. Nice. So, subscribe to my Telegram. Watch out for that. Watch my newest videos on Phantom, because I might just be mentioning it. Don't get wrecked.